Hello everyone, and welcome back to Gold Mining Simulator. I'm your host JC, and this is Waterfall Valley. So these 4 buckets over here, this is a complete cleanup, 100% mats on the Orange Beast, doing this crappy dirt right here. Because I was making myself a little roadway down here, and I figured why not process the material anyway. I mean, I should make a little bit of money off of it. So what we're doing is we finally got down here to where the good gold is at. And if we look at the gold map real quick, we're working on this one and this one here, which is both have 23,000 in them. This is not a whole lot of overburden, and this one has just a tiny bit up here that we have to clear off still. So we're going to go ahead and get right on to that, and that's in this excavator. Everything should be set the way I had it before, and we'll get right into digging, and hopefully it won't take us too long to get this dug up. I have spent it was about 2.5 hours to set up the 2 wash plants, because I do have 2 of them in here. So we started the day at 6, 8:30. So I put about 10 hours into getting to this point right here, because I am running on a 1-time scale. So yeah, a lot of time put into getting out to this far. There was some dozer work, but most of it was just digging with the excavator here, trying to get as much as I could. Because like I said, I do want to process this. I'm still contemplating whether I want to do a complete strip mine of the entire thing or not. This map is just ginormous. So if we look at the gold map real quick too, let's go ahead and go back to Nighthawk. These 4 squares right here, and I don't mean in value of gold, but the size, those 4 squares, is the equivalent of one of these squares. I can take the truck and park 2 trucks across here, and on this one, the truck will fit across one. So think about that, 2 trucks, 4 squares for one. And we have at least 30 meters to dig down on some of these. Like this one's got 25,000 in it. It's 30 meters deep. I will show you how it's much deeper than that here in a second. I'll just go ahead and do that right now. If you look down there, you can see how deep it goes. We are way up on that dark line up there. Like if you look on the other side, far away from us. And then we have all the way down there to go. That is a lot of dirt. So we're just going to keep working away, and I know not all these scoops are going to be good, but the way I'm trying to do it here, it's kind of difficult until I get my other excavator over here. I do plan on digging this out right over here, and having an excavator sit there after I flatten it out with the dozer over there, and it'll dig down further here shortly. In fact, about the time when I have to move this excavator is the time I have to bring that one in. And this one's not quite teetering yet, but it's getting close. And I didn't figure you guys want to see all the trash dirt going through. That's why I didn't really record that. Plus, I think that it's going to be like, kind of a waste, but unless I just take the excavator and dig out trash dirt the entire way, there's not really any way to get around it. So we will process a lot of this overburden, and some of it we won't, obviously. The very first part of this map, or this pathway. I dug it and just dropped it on the ground so I could get rid of it. I didn't want to play with it anymore. Alright, so I think it's just about time for me to bring in the other excavator and start working the other side. So let's go grab that real quick. Swing this back around so it's out of the way. And go to this one. And I'm going to leave it down like, well, I'm going to pick it up a little bit like this. Because I do have to go up underneath those arms over there. And I may have to move a conveyor or two when I get over here. I don't know, we'll see. I might be able to drop it down over the side. I've done it before a couple times, so. Usually it's on accident. I might try to do it on purpose this time. Should have brought this over before I started, but I wasn't thinking. So here on this side is where I've been going through at, but that was with the dozer. And I think there's not going to be enough room. Yeah, maybe there will be. No, definitely not enough room there. So I'm going to have to pull that conveyor out of the way real quick somehow and wiggle down through there that way. So let me get this out of the way. We want to this. And I guess we'll just try to switch it over to the other side maybe. And maybe I should just bring it down here because I'm going to end up needing it anyway at some point. But for right now, I think I'm going to try to just squeeze it in here real quick. Kind of out of the way. Hopefully this will work. The cordless. I may need this here shortly anyway. That's the reason why I kind of want to leave it down here. And I believe that should give me enough room to get this down through there. I could be wrong though. We'll see. It's really hard to tell until you actually get down there. What I don't want to do is hit that cordless and have to move it again, so I'm going to try to pay attention to that. And I think it's going to be too close. Might make it. Yeah, okay, just make it. So now we can bring this up the rest of the way and get it set up for what we need. So like I said, what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to dig this out and then I'll pull this back and we'll bulldoze it flat. Just so I have a place to park this thing and then swing down to get that. Because this one that I'm starting to dig right now is just trash. It really doesn't, I mean, we could deal without digging this if we could, but we need it out of the way, so let's go ahead and process some of it, I guess. So the idea is going to be just to, like I said, get down here where we can actually park this thing. I may not dig it all out, I might bulldoze most of it, we'll see. Like I said, it's kind of hard to make a decision when I can't figure out if I can even dig over here or not yet. Once I get a couple of scoops, I'll be able to figure it out right away. Unfortunately, I'm not getting the speed that I want out of digging, so I need to go faster. Yeah, when I was digging off recording, I was able to keep that thing full, and I actually had to slow down because it kept telling me I was losing pay dirt. I mean, granted, I was doing it from the top and different angles, so we'll get there again here in a minute as soon as I get this squared away over here. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect because, like I said, I'm gonna bulldoze it anyway, flatten everything out. At least that's the idea. I think I'm gonna stop right there, and we are going to raise this up all the way so it's out of the way. Switch back over to here and get this thing backed up for a minute so we can get the dozer in here. That should work for now. A little of everything. Close back down. We want the seat. Yeah, if everything works like it should. Got the mechanic working on this thing right now. Probably got a cog going out. Oddly enough, these cogs go out really quick. So let's just see if we can push this over this way. Granted, it's going to give me a little overburden to work with over here, but that's alright. I can deal with that easily enough. Come on, turn. There we go. I may have to move that, yeah, it's bouncing all over the place. I might have to end up moving that thing because this dozer's like pushing dirt over there or something. I don't know. Come on, turn. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. And we'll just finish this off right here. Don't go in the hole. Go back up. Good job. And I'm gonna have to probably lower that down and or raise that up. I mean, and do one little push right here too. So let's just jump out of this, raise this thing up, run underneath it one time, lower it back down, and we should be good. Wow, it shot it way up in the air. Yep. What I was trying to do was raise it like that, so that I can push this right out from under it. I do believe that should do it. Let's go ahead and get this thing out of the way. That's kind of why I put these two little side spots over here too, so I can move equipment around without having to pull it all the way out and then put it back in. Alright, this thing is still jumping way up in the air, so I'm probably going to have to reset it, unfortunately. There's no dirt underneath it right now. I don't know why it's doing this. Let's see if we can walk it out of this. Yeah, it's like it's trying to tell me there's dirt underneath the tracks itself. I hope I can just drop down here and then I can fix it. Alright, I'll be back in a second. I'm going to go restore this and get everything set up, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so we got everything back down in here, set up, ready to go. All the conveyors are running. They're fueled up. Well, not fully fueled up, but fueled up enough. Let's go ahead and hop in this thing and see what we can do. Alright, it's going to be... I'm going to try to dig over here a little bit too. Because unfortunately, it's going to be a little slow going at first. So we'll get a little bit dug out here. Come on, release. Hopefully we can get in a rhythm here and start taking a bunch of dirt out of here. We have like 15% left on the mats. So if I can get in a groove, get stuff moving, we should be alright. And I know I should have it down in a hole somewhere, but this works for me, so that's the way I do it. So it's just all about getting in a rhythm here. We'll get it filled up in no time. Or at least keep it filled up enough that it keeps continually moving with pay dirt on it. I don't care if we actually fill it up or not. If I was running two of them, I'd want to have one filled up at all times, but being that we're only running one, it's okay. And what I think I'm going to do for this stuff over here that I really can't reach very well is I'm going to put another conveyor up top to spit it out over to this one. Yeah, I don't know if we will ever dig to the bottom. This is ridiculously deep. I may do it just to say I did it. Do a couple of, just dig on here, a little there, and then have a bunch of buckets to process someday. I think that would be kind of a good little video to have. How much dirt can you get off, or how much gold can you get off of Waterfall Valley if you strip mine it? I think it would take more than a full season, in-game season, to dig it all out though. Like if you spot dug it, it's one thing, but if you were to actually try to dig it all out, I don't know if you could ever do it. Not in a timely fashion. Like I said, I put 10 hours into making this road out to here. Running crap dirt. And there is some gold here on the one I'm sitting on too. It's 18,000. So I mean, since we're going down deep on this one, we might as well go down deep on this one too. This one's only got 5 in it. I mean, I say only 5, but it also has 21 meters of overburden. After I've already dug off a bunch of stuff. Oh, keep it moving. Keep dirt in it. I just spiked dark gold. I like that. That means we should be getting into the good stuff now. Look at that. Yeah, that's what we want to see. Problem is I'm getting kind of close to my maximum reach here for where I'm sitting. I could go a little deeper, but I have to move the excavator. It's just so deep here. I mean, I knew it was going to be deep, but you don't realize like how deep until you actually start messing around on it. That was a horrible, horrible bucket. That one's not much better. Yeah, we'll just keep digging until we see the match pop. Like I said, I do have workers on it now, so we do have that aspect of not having to worry about that part of it. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is, like I said, dig this out, and then I'll move this thing forward a little bit so that I can dig out the one right there next to it. And in doing that, I should be able to get both these two squares fairly deep. I don't know how I'm gonna use a dozer on that part though. So I figured out how to make a ramp up. I figured out how to keep it level, but I have not figured out how to make a ramp down yet. And I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Like, I dropped the blade all the way down. I've watched tutorials on it, and people, maybe things have changed since the tutorial, I don't know. But they said drop the blade all the way down, start moving forward, that's your digging path. If you want to just smooth, raise it up just a little tiny bit. And I could drop it all the way down to dig, and it just smooths. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I did learn a little trick from watching someone else though. If you buy the mini front loader, it works great for moving around the power generator and the fuel container. Just keep your bucket down low, and it just pushes it right across. Obviously, if you're pushing across pay dirt, you have to raise your bucket up a little bit. I had it dig on me once when I was pushing the other power generator to the other side. And I also did not use cables for putting in the stand or the shaker. I did use it on the sluice boxes. was no way of picking those up, but I was able to pick up the other ones with just the excavator without using cables. And there is a third wash plant, I think, setup spot, but I think that's for regular, not for Orange Beast. I don't know who ever would want to do this thing with a regular trommel setup. I mean, you'd be changing buckets all the time. I did notice that too, like the more gold you have in the miner's moss, the green mats, the more buckets you use when cleaning them. And also, if anybody can tell me, does using the magnetite separator actually help get more gold, or does it take gold away when you don't need the magnetite? Because I've heard different stories on it, and I'm not quite sure. I've never done a test on it yet to figure it out. But my thought was, if you get rid of the magnetite, it cleans it up for more gold to be present there. However, I don't know if that's true or not. There's so much gold here, it's not even funny. Just in this one square, we have more gold than we had on the entire map of, or not the entire map, but the part that we dug out on Nighthawk. Because we definitely had less than 24,000 over there. And I'm pretty sure that this line right here that we're on, if we look at the gold map real quick, because we're doing this line right here, it lines right up into the other one, and like either this one or this one is where I'd set up to have a for the other wash plant, because I believe the other wash plants I got on 10. I don't like it when it digs off like that. It means I'm getting rid of all the craft dirt. And we just have straight gold down there. Yeah, excavator jumped. We'll get here to like 30 minutes and then we'll see where we're at in the mats. Whether we keep going or let it stop there. Come on, pick it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this to here. We're going to jump up to the Mini X, or Mini front loader. Yeah, we're at 92% right now, so it shouldn't take too much longer. I want to say we were 85 though, so we've done like 20 minutes. Yeah, we're gonna let this run through and we're gonna process this out. Like I said, I already have 4 buckets sitting here anyway. I don't want to go too long on this. I started to record earlier and had to reboot because the sound and volume wasn't working at all. So ready to like 93%. Still got dirt coming across 4 conveyors. That's good though. Two conveyors cleared off. The quarter this is about to. I am going to run down here and shell these off though, because if not, we'll have fuel failures. Hopefully I get the right one here. I did, okay. Bad thing about having that one sit there. Jump out. Those are both shut off over there, so I don't have to worry about those. Turn that off. At least I'm pretty sure I turned those off. Yeah, that one's off. And that one's off. Okay. That one's running. We got 2 to shut off, and then we'll be nothing to do to clean out. I originally had these things parked differently, but I was having problems getting everything to line up the way I wanted to, so I just finally said screw it and made them angle at the very end here. Alright, so we're at 93%. We're going to switch this to this, so we don't have water flowing all over us. And I'm going to try to do the trick from pulling them up the top. So we don't have to pick those things up. No, I don't want to do that. Let's see, get that, and that. That way we don't have to worry, like I said, picking those things up, putting them back down, picking them up, putting them back down. Yeah, that worked well. Start that up. As you can see, I have a lot of buckets sitting here ready to go. We do have our magnetite sitting back over here. I don't have the truck over here right now. It's at the cabin. So I don't even know where the trailer is on this place. Just sleep. I'll have to go find that too. So you can see how much dirt that they put through to make 10 out of about 11 hours now almost. I'm going to keep running it because I think it helps, so until I'm told otherwise, that's the way I'm doing it. And I'm going to run these 4 and the next 4 separate, or whatever comes separate, because I don't think there's going to be much in this here. So I'm just going to put these ones over here now. You can see these buckets aren't filling up that fast for considering how much dirt we put through them. Yeah, see, no magnetite in that one at all. Let's get this shut off. And I'm just going to take and just toss them up here for right now. We'll have plenty of time while this is processing the next mats. Nope, wrong way. I thought that was going to be a whole lot harder than it actually is to do that. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was going to be way harder to put those things in. Or take them out. I do have, like I said, the worker, so when we do fill up the mats, if we don't want to mess with it, we can just let them auto swap for us. That bucket's ready to go. So yeah, tell me what you think. If you'd like to see how much gold this thing can actually do, and see if I can strip mine the entire thing out or not. It would be a lot of work, but it is definitely is possible. I've heard of other people doing it. Oh, look at that. Another bucket of magnetite too. Nice. So this gold is definitely better than the other stuff that I had. So we still got 4 more mats to go, and we're already going to be at 4 buckets here. So let's get this out. I wonder if you can do them from the bottom side. No, you can't. Okay. Only from the top. That's a bummer. Get that turned back on. Get these 2 put in. Well, attempt to get these 2 put in. Let's see where we are. This is 4 over here. There's bucket number 4. And we still got 4 mats plus 23%, so we'll have 2 more buckets out of this, I think. I kind of just want to let the gold stay there and keep building and not go smelt it, just to see how much we're going to get. Since we know how to process dirt without mixing things, you know, like I can run that and keep it continually going one fell swoop. Bucket number 5. Yeah, so the first set of mats had kind of crappy dirt in it. If you look here, I was running down this line. You know, it's 0.12, 0.16, all the way down through here until we get to here, and then it gets better way down below, but it's still 0.18 where we're at. And then here, same thing, 0.17 up top. That's actually where I'm sitting though. We're digging these ones here, but we can dig this down a little bit and hopefully somehow get the dozer in there and doze this down 7 meters. Because this is good. 5.05, 1.3, even 2.06 is kind of what we're digging at right now. Because we can go down 13 meters. Well, I've got quite a bit of this one already off there, I think. Yeah, because it's 30 meters all the way around, so we've got 10 meters of that off there already. We haven't got this one yet, but we will. And then this one has more. This one has a little bit less, but it's still 4.03, so that's still good gold. This one's just about done. Get it tossed into the separator over here. See what we end up with. I think I could actually just put all this stuff in there all at once, but I'm not going to. We're going to leave that there. We're going to run these 4 buckets through first. Turn that on. As you can see, it's kind of like filling up like we would be at Old Arnold or something. Not a whole lot. Which is kind of what I figured was going to happen. Yeah, I'd be surprised if we have like 2,000 ounces off this, like between the 2 cleanups. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to let this get down to like, I don't know, 5 or 10%. And then start putting the other buckets in just so I can have a kind of a dry idea of, or a close idea of what it is going to be at. Well, we're going to go over 2,000. Forget I said that. Because we're at 1,200 already. Alright, so for the 4 buckets of trash dirt, we're going to end up with a little over 1,300 ounces. 1,350, let's say. And then we're going to run these buckets to see what we did for the second section. Oh wow, we're going way up quicker. Definitely can tell we're getting into better gold. Almost forgot to put these back in. Well, it's definitely better than I thought it was going to be. 6,000 ounces so far? I'll take it. 6,000 for digging trash dirt, basically. 7,000? You got 7? Oh, we did hit 7. 7,044.45 ounces of gold. And the first section was like 13. So it definitely picked up a lot over there. I mean, 5,700 compared to 1,300. So definitely going to be digging that hole down as much as I can. So I'm thinking that I may have to come back over here at some point and dig this down further with the dozer, or with the excavator, and then bring the dozer across to make it lower. I'm not sure yet. We'll kind of have to wait and see. And it's going to be really hard to dig down super deep in here, the way I have it currently set up. I'm going to have to... I think if I put a thing over there, where the excavator's at right now, I can have it shoot over here and drop into this. Then I can dig and put into that, like a cordless up there. Alright, so let's go up to the pickup truck. That is not the pickup truck. Pickup truck. Thank you. Alright, so this is not where we sleep at, but I wonder if I drill that more, if it'll change that. I don't know if it will or not. Yeah, I'm not going to do that yet. So let's take this over and smelt it real quick. We're going to see how the day treats us here. And this was all done in one day, so we are on that same one. So I set up 2 wash plants and dug all that dirt. Like I said, I don't know quite how much we dug, but we'll find out here in a minute. 7,000. Gonna lose 176 ounces. Will be like 68 and a half, and 175,000. And remember, if you run on 1 speed, to switch your general settings from 1 to 12 when you go smelt. It shouldn't be much. There we go. Alright, so put this back, because I want this on 1 still. Grab our gold. And we have a box. Yes, we do. Look at that glorious box of gold. Let's go sell this, and we may end up purchasing more Frankensteins. We'll see. I'm definitely going to need more at some point. I could purchase more mats and just let the mats build up and do a bunch. If I do a bunch of digging off camera. It's hard to kind of put a time frame on what this is going to do, because oh man, I've never had it get above 1220. I've seen people do 1230 bar sales. Anyway, we got $8,355,328 off the gold sale today. Now let's we have 111,000. Let's go find the trailer, because I have no idea where it's at. That's Pine Valley, Waterfall. That's the house. I'll bet the trailer's down here by the garage. At least that's where I'm hoping it's at. Yeah, it is. There's definitely a trailer there. Is this the right one? We will see. I don't think it is. No, that's not the right one. Is this the right one? Nope. Crap, where do we go? Alright, let me find this real quick and I'll be back in a second. Well, that makes it convenient. We now have our equipment rental place, or, buying stuff from the thing, and our bed in the same spot. So let's sleep till dawn. We'll see how much we processed here. So we're doing 4 yards for 1 ounce right now, because the crappy dirt we were dealing. 28,000 yards. So that's what 2,800 yards an hour. That was basically. That's not too bad. Yeah, it's gonna be dark and fuzzy out there. Let's go look at the other, so I can show you the other wash plant. Oh man, I left this thing running too. Dang it. That was bad. Well, at least everything else was shut off. No, I didn't turn off the power generator either. Dang it. I've been a bit forgetful. That's fine. As you can see, that's where we're digging right there. And over here is the other wash plant. So once we get like halfway or whatever, we can switch to the other side and dig to this side. But we have a full another setup here. Let's see if I ran that thing out of power, or out of gas, fuel, diesel. I heard somebody say too that like this dark dirt has better gold than this light colored dirt, and I don't know if that's true or not either. I watch YouTube videos myself, watching to try to learn new tricks myself, and I don't know if it's true or not, but just what I was seeing from someone else. So we're gonna go ahead and park this up. Let's see if this thing's out of fuel first. If it is, well, I do have the fuel trailer right there, so that's fine. And we still got plenty of fuel in it. That's not bad at all. Used 8% to run overnight. But that's going to do it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you do, click that like button. It does help out the channel. If you have any tips, tricks, questions, concerns, leave them in the comments. I mean, even if you just want to say hi, how you doing, you know, I'll chat in comments too. All of that helps out with the algorithm for YouTube. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day.